Hello and welcome to Wrestling in Mom's Basement. This is going to be our retro review. Yes, we're still wearing the same shirt because we taped this back to back with our review for Fastlane. I, of course, Patrick Young. This show on my right is Joe Venuto.
TNA Final Resolution 2011 took place on December 11th, 2011. From the Impact Joe on 400 commentators by TNA and Taz. Final pay-per-view did 2011 for TNA, and the card's been was built up pretty well on TV from what I remember at this point. Yeah, this is a double main event with the Battle of the Jeffs and the Iron Man match for the title. There's a few matches that haven't built up all, but that's going to happen to a degree. Card looks pretty good though from TNA one, so let's get to it. Open video is just ready to strike a highly packaged into main event fuse. Rob Van Dam versus Christopher Daniels. This is supposed to be just a wrestling match according to Daniels. They take turns on a headlock for a while to fulfill the idea that it's going to clean nice. Rob kicks away, does his roll leg crab too. They fight to the apron, Van Dam send to the post chest first. This is one of those matches where time was pacing, but not really much to talk about. This is Van Dam's reverse hit the post first, Daniels pulls on reverse waist lock. Van Dam makes a comeback and hits the standing moonsault for two. Kind of like interest at this point. Rolling Thunder goes up, but Daniels rolls out of the way, spear sent down for two. Great, another person using that move. A pump thrust gets two for Daniels, they go on top, and Van Dam casually knocks them both. And hits the 5-star for the pin at 11:40.
The opener was fine. The wrestling was serviceable, but not really anything substantial. It came, it went, it ended.
I'm a big Rob Van Dam fan, and Christopher Daniels here, but don't go out of your way to watch this match. It's very average and sloppy at some parts. For example, Christopher Daniels botched the RVD leg roll up, and some of Rob Van Dam's kicks don't connect.
I give it a C.
The announcers run on card. Mickey says he's about wrestling, not politics, and her match with Young Kim. They'll take it to the wall tonight. TV title, Robbie versus Eric Young. Eric disrobes. This is funny, I guess. Fez press puts Robbie down. We go to the floor. Young hits a nice dive, but he has to avoid a big Rob shot. While the chick taking down the clothesline, Robbie takes over his pretty dull stuff. And it's a no rope elbow or some fist pump for two. Young should chill out to waste some time. Young makes his comeback with his come top. Eric puts him down, give him a big Rob, chokes him out for a few seconds. Robbie said the big Rob's cross. Young tries to DD on both of them, and never mind, that is a Cobra and keeps the title on Robbie at 7:30.
Well, we got our comedy match in. Honestly, with Eric Young and Robbie, that's probably better that way, honestly. As we really shouldn't expect a scientific wrestling match there. Its biggest crime is that it took 7 minutes on pay-per-view.
I have nothing else to add to that.
Yeah. D.
I have nothing else to add to that. So D. Pope and Devon say no one. There's no trouble at home, says Devon. Hope says it's not his fault. Devon's a bad father. And tonight it's all about the gold. Tag titles, Crimson and Matt Morgan versus Devon and D'Angelo De Niro.
Oh boy. This is definitely not Midnight versus Rock and Roll.
Crimson versus Pope Dylan. Here when Crimson uses his when needs to take over. Morgan comes in, he wants Devon. That isn't the best idea in the world as Devon takes over with his usual stuff. Back to the Red Man versus Pope with the Street Preacher and Dark Preacher's taking over. As Theo gets two, we get speared down quickly. And Explorer Suplex gets the scene. Morgan has the full way slammer too, as well as a side slam. Pope following us in DDT, pull both guys down, brings in Devon off the hot tag. On that breaker, headbutt off the top, gets two on Crimson. Everyone breaks down, there's a spine buster on Crimson. Top rope elbow from Pope gets two, a double chokeslam from the champions, keep the titles on them at 9:33.
Alright, so my description for this match is wildly uninteresting. So, Pope and Devon's story is uninteresting. And Crimson and Matt Morgan are an uninteresting team. And also uninteresting big men. Not to mention that the structure of this match is uninteresting, as the only heel in the match, Pope, spent time being beaten, separated from his partner, trying to garner heat on the babyface team in the match. I think they probably need some better ideas there.
like the previous match, I have nothing else to add to that.
D-.
Like the previous match. D. AJ says he's fine. He's ready to go tonight. X-Division title, also the Aries versus Cash. If Cash wins, I'll probably just play more than usual. Fill out process so far, Aries show up as only he can. Cash takes over if things get a little sloppy. He slaps Aries around a bit because he's just not a nice person. I was confused if Aries was the face at this point. I don't think he was, I'm not real sure. I don't know if Cash...
Yeah, I think they were both heels.
Is Cash one? I don't know. Cash rolls Aries
the
up...
research, which was looking at other reviews, everyone seemed to think that both guys were heels. Cash
rolls Aries up, it looks awful. Back to the champ's control by jumping fist drop misses. Out to the floor, Aries rolls him up, this time using 2 feet on the top rope. And to add to the 1 foot that Cash used earlier. Okay, that was cute. Back to the floor again, Cash puts Aries down to her again. Aries takes her right back and hits the best suicide dive in wrestling back then.
Mm-hmm.
Most people just saw Dog Guy's chest, which is that impressive. He just dies at them. Gumball Super Champion. There's a pendulum elbow for 2. Cash counters, the brainbuster knocks Aries down. Then hits him against he's fallen. Cash sets one almost like a belly back, but slaps it forward instead. The replay makes it look a lot more vicious. Moneymaker's broken up and Aries goes up while you get crushed. Cash goes up as a result, but he manages to try top and powerbomb. Aries counters a splash mountain. Not exactly Mysterio level, but not bad. They chop it out and Cash sets up for Moneymaker again. Aries counters a basic stomp on the foot and then backdrop. This was actually been better than I was expecting. Into the corner, Aries runs in and boot, but the Moneymaker's count again. Aries pulls out a foreign object, which is taken away quickly. Now Cash has one too, but gets stolen. Aries facing the title, which gets taken away, allowing the Brainbuster to keep the belt and champion 12:45.
Well, I always thought that Cash isn't necessarily the most exciting guy to watch. But you put him in there with somebody really good, he can give you a solid match, and honestly, this is what it became. It started off kind of slow, but it got fun at the end.
Yeah, 2 very similar talents in variety ways. They both were heel in the match. And wasn't quite the match I feel like these 2 were capable of. But from one of the podcasts, allegedly these 2 didn't get along the best. And that sort of translates to their matches, despite Aries being highly talented and Cash being highly... Cash. I guess they're not still in a lot of ways. Well, maybe it's people they are. But not as talents, but you get the point.
I gave it a C+.
C.
Then
they try to go to a video recap, but it's not there. So... Yes?
No matter what they're called, TNA, gonna TNA.
So let's try that again, there is.
Impact still has this problem on occasion.
So there it is, enter take 22. Mickey is great, Gil is great, so let's have a match now.
Heard worse ideas.
Cameron keeps trying to hold Mickey back, but doesn't really work. And the production mistakes continue because they enter the video package. They replayed the video package. Not.
Again, TNA gonna TNA.
Knockout title, Gil versus Mickey James. Neither one was wearing. For some reason, this came out when they came out with the title. No, I can't recall a knockout that actually wears the title around her waist. Except for like Deanna, which shows off on her room. All her chance just carry it out.
Yeah.
Well, Becky I get because she's so thick that the title won't fit. But
it is kind of a small title, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially this version.
Yeah. They fight out a wrestle at the start, and then Mickey wins a brief slug out. Gil avoids a charge in the corner, but taking a roll up outside corner. Mickey's victory rolls count by having her face slamming in the mat. That looked great. Gil takes her and works on the back, but her second backbreaker was countered into a nice head scissors by Mickey. Gil works over her some more, and Mickey sends her to the floor where Gil's leg steps. That can't feel good. First press on top was 2, and Mickey couldn't cover properly because Mickey was still in a split. Jumping DDT's counter, so Mickey sells her dragon screw instead. Gil goes to the floor and tries to walk, but she gets sent into the post instead. Her head pretty clearly to hit, but nice effort anyway. And then Max comes out the hook with his foot, so he defeats this at 7:48.
Yeah, I was ready to fall in love with this one, especially with the two women involved and the two women. It's good, but the crowd never really got into it. Honestly, really, the crowd hasn't been really into much all night. And the ending kind of felt cheap with Madison getting involved.
Yeah, this was okay. I sent it more from who was involved. There were some nice counters. Wrestle was basic, and the ending was solid too. It's just like hook of the foot, eat the feet. That was it.
I give it a C.
C. Up next, James sort of says there's always something bigger, tougher you are to knock you down. That's his match to Angle, but he's getting second win in a row over Kurt. We recap Swerve's Angle, which is an Angle jump to Swerve back and injure him. It's so nice to see a feud that makes sense that follows the story in TNA. James Swerve versus Kurt Angle. The fans are behind Swerve, he's gotten the push of the lifetime out of this. Swerve tries to take it to the mat, and that goes as well as you can expect it to. They exchange some quick arm work, and Swerve grabs a headlock to take over. For someone to say he wasn't coming here to wrestle Angle, he certainly looks like he was wrestling Angle. And Kurt hammers away a quarter takeover, which plays into the whole concussion story, real injury. Out the floor, Swerve just running the barricade was right for his head again. Also chill out, but then Kurt just pounds away the head. That always makes me a bit shaky, especially when Swerve had a legit head injury recently. A suplex for Swerve down, and Swerve looks out of it. Back to the chill out, and Swerve's head injury is being played up here. He finally suplexes out the whole time. Both guys are down. Swerve wins a slug out, hits the code breaker, backside for coming for 2. Angle stabs Swerve by overhead belly for 2. Swerve avoids rolling German, says ankle locked on. That part I don't always like. I can't say that because I never understood completely against the whole psychology of almost all close matches. The rolling Germans into somebody avoided rolling Germans, but and then end up in the ankle lock anyway. Doesn't like Swerve, but James is calling the rolling Germans this time. They're slower than usual though. Just 3 in this set for count 2. Angle slams counter to hide Swerve for 2. Swerve goes up and gets caught in the second attempt run belly for 2. The crowd as it should be though, since it's been pretty good. Angle slams counter, so let's call the ladder to the ankle lock. Swerve takes out down, Kurt's shoulder goes to the post. Instead of pulling Kurt out, Swerve challenges his inner Apex Legend killing Viper with an elevated DT onto the apron. Somehow LA gets 2 back in the ring, but Kurt snaps on the ankle slam for 2. Moonsault misses, and the last call is clean at 17:54. Case said he didn't put him over.
Yeah. It was so, let me hear this straight. It was a good match. It was straightforward. It came without any interferences, so it was clean. And the TNA original went over. Yeah, how many times did we say that about TNA?
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, TNA had a hard time doing that, but I'm not gonna look this time in the mouth, so yeah, really good.
Yeah, 3 just very good, solid work all around.
B.
The Jarvis are nervous. Jeff is ticked because he's building crew for 3 days now. Here's on the stipulation. Sting adds, despite being a company man, Sting pops up with the handcuffs. We returned the battle to Jeff's. Hardy came back and Jarrett complained because Hardy wasn't a company man, dropped the ball, all that jazz. Jarrett lost to Jeff 3 times in turn point to set this up. Jeff Jarvis, Jeff Hardy, this is in cage. Sting will be handcuffed to Karen on the floor. If Hardy wins, he gets the title match Genesis, and Jarrett is fired. If Jarrett wins, Hardy's going to TNA. I didn't hit an open belt, so my time price is going to be low for you to win by any means. Hardy takes over early, hits the base chocolate for 2. They keep stopping for some reason. Hardy goes for the escape, but it got gets out nowhere. Jeff goes in the cage a few times as Hardy's definitely a slow gear here. Twist the face counter for 4 just to use that match. It's very frustrating to not be able to say Jeff in this. Hardy is raped hard in the cage, and Jarrett goes for the climb, but Hardy makes the save. Jarrett goes into the cage, and Hardy hits something like a line saw for 2. There wasn't where to start, but the camera angle wasn't clear as the way he did. They slug it out while my Hardy twist of fate hits, but Jarrett is too far away from Swanton. A second twist sets up the top of the cage. Swanton was completely misses as Hardy crashes and burns, and people wonder why he was in the drugs. There's a stroke, and Jarrett calls for the door to be open. Hardy makes a diving save, and we keep going. I don't know how this has only been like 8 minutes so far. The referee goes down from something that Hardy's ringing in the cage, which is ramming the Sting. Karen gets uncuffed, and the door's ringing to Hardy's head. That gets very close too. Karen tries to send in a guitar, but Sting makes the save. We also get the ultra rare beer faces Sting shop. Twist of Fate ends as a 10:03. That seemed really short.
Yeah, so this... Going into it, I didn't necessarily expect all that much. As there's probably some goals that I need to fulfill. A counter interference with Sting stopping it. Jeff Hardy jumping off something high. And the Jarrett family getting their just desserts at the end. I mean, should that be surprising to anybody? As that's pretty much just what happened. Yeah, it was fine. Maybe short for one of the build matches on pay-per-view, but it got in all of its bullet points, and well, it didn't really overstay its welcome either. So there's that.
The usual Jarrett formula.
Yeah, that's fair. That's all you have.
Oh, my fault. The usual Jeff Jarrett formula.
I gave it a C.
See. And main event time. Sting says someone's fired on Thursday. Rude says Sting something's been safe for weeks. We got the title match versus just return heel and AJ being first challenger and then be up on top of Dixon. And this is the rematch. TNA World Title AJ Styles with Bobby Roode. This is the 3rd-man Iron Man match, and AJ has Bandy come in. Filling out process starts, AJ is 10 because of me. They trade headlocks as we're 3 minutes in. They're pacing themselves though, and that's just fine. Thank goodness this is 30 minutes and not an hour because those matches are just dreadful, except for Montgomery. They go back and forth with headlocks and head scissors. AJ's currently in control. They run the ropes. AJ's limp is getting more pronounced. Roode hits the floor for a break, and we're 5 minutes in. Back in, he has some shoulders and chops in the corner. AJ gets in the floor and turns into one and brawl. Roode takes over back in the ring, but AJ tries to speedways up against the ropes with 2. While his leg was back, AJ does something down Rana, and that was cool. Close like it's 2 for the challenger. And we hit the chin lock. Roode fights up and hits a knee crusher, which doesn't seem to slow AJ down that much. A second crusher sends AJ in the corner. Roode gets ready to shot to the knee and roll, but feeling the ropes for the first whole 10 minutes with 20 minutes to go. Roode works over the leg for the next few minutes, which is perfectly smart strategy. AJ tries to nip up into the Rana again, but gets caught in a half crab and finally makes a rope and leaves in trouble. There's a figure 4, which is still on the 15-minute mark. AJ taps with 4:2:30 left, and Taz says he should have tapped earlier. A chop block puts AJ down again. Roode tries for 4 then, but AJ kicks the ball, sending the shoulder into the buckle. He may have injured the shoulder on that. AJ hits a flying armbar and then cross 6 minutes Roode time with 12:23 go. 12 minutes left. He hooks the arm of Roode's counter to Kaimhead crab, but with Roode on the mat, AJ escapes and strikes away. But Roode knocks him down again. He walks over and gets caught a small package with 9:51 go time now. They slug out. Roode kicks him and need to regain momentum. Spinebuster gets 2 for Bobby. Roode goes for a knee. AJ kicks him in the shoulder, but the champion gets a detail leg to put AJ back down. Roode tries a slingshot, but AJ lays on the rope on 1 foot, so the quick recovery is ridiculous. And tries to springboard moonsault into the DT, which actually doesn't work. The springboard 450, however, does give it a pin and a 3-2 lead with 7 minutes to go. A Fujiwara armbar's counter as a half crab attack. AJ drops the arm over the top of the rope, but when he slides back in, Roode drops on him and drives the rope for a pin 5 minutes to go. They go to the corner where AJ runs to the corner, arm drives Roode down the shoulder, 3 minutes left. AJ drops him on the arm, rebellion back suplex, Fisher suplex counter, small package for 2. There's the Pele by AJ can't foul. 2 minutes left. He lives up the clash, but falls backwards, so his knee getting all twisted up in the process. Roode goes to the 400 covering off a follow-up for some reason. AJ's leg's fine. Apparently, he hits a flip diver over the top to the floor, 1 minute left. Back there, Roode rolls to the floor again and keeps running until the clock runs out for a 3-3 tie at 30 minutes.
Alright, so, what Joe kind of alluded to earlier, Iron Man matches are kind of hard to do, as they can get long and drawn out. In fact, they're kind of like basketball games. You can enjoy the story of them throughout, but honestly, if you only make it to the last quarter in a close game, you're not necessarily missing all that much, and you get the more dramatic stuff at the end anyway. However, this match was like at the end of regulation during a playoff game. The whole thing ends in a tie, and there's no overtime. You kind of feel cheated out of your money, don't you? The match was fun, as you expect that to be the bare minimum of a Roode Styles match. However, you've given you give this a better ending at the end of the show, I would probably treat this higher. Or in fact, if you put this somewhere else on the card, this probably also would get a little higher. Yeah, it's a good match that failed to stick the ending initially.
Yeah,
It was a main event match that failed to stick the ending.
yeah, really good match, but didn't need overtime or something. You're going for anything like that. Yeah, good work by both guys, but very barely that kind of ending didn't taste the famous mouths.
C minus.
C plus. Overall.
Overall, I'm going to give the show a C minus here. So in my head, usually in my grading system, to explain this in a long roundabout way, the average match I would give a C to, as that's completely acceptable to me. Anything above is a little bit better to amazing. Down is below average to, wow, that's terrible. So in essence, the C is this worked. I'm giving the show a C minus though. It's a pay-per-view that if everything else met the bare minimum to say that it worked. However, it kind of did fail to meet an acceptable ending and sort of just came to an end instead of actually solving anything on pay-per-view. And unfortunately, that puts it at below average. It's not a bad pay-per-view, and obviously you can see a lot worse TNA pay-per-views. But this is pretty skippable.
I need to say, one of the better TNA pay-per-views for 2011. Which is to say a whole lot. A lot of solid wrestling between Dales, RVD, Aries, Cash, Gil, Minky, Jay Storm, Kurt Angle, which was the best match by far. Probably the only match I recommend. Jay Storm and Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
Jeff and I main event. But considering the card on paper, the show should have been stronger than what it was with the talent on there. Still not a bad show, but way underperforming expectations show.
Yeah.
That's just Pat forgot to do before our next review.
Well, it's going to take me some time to do it.
Yeah, but we'd already announced what it's going to be.
Okay, Google. Pick a number from 1985 to 2021. Yes, this is how we do it. 2012. Okay, Google. Pick a number from 1 to 12. December of 2012. Okay, Google. Flip a coin. WWE, December of 2012. That would be TLC, wouldn't it?
Yes, it will be.
Didn't we do that one last year?
She'll save you.
See, this is why I didn't necessarily want to do this, because we're going to have to do that exact same thing again. Okay, Google.
See you next time.